morning, Crystal Palace, and welcome to Upper Norwood Library Hub's Library Lunch. Yes, I am Galina Rin. I am sitting here in our live stream studio at the library itself. You can see beside me, we've got this big lighting desk that somebody has kindly donated to us. So we'll be learning that over the next week or two. If you have any digital services, you want some editing, you want to borrow a room, you want some cameras, you want some lights, whatever it is, we probably have it here at the library. And our rates are very fair. Yes, indeed. Very fair indeed. And it helps keep the library open. We have two very fancy ladies with us today, the fanciest ladies I think we've ever had on the show. I've forgotten one of your names. I know one of them's Jessica, and the other one is Nicola. I hope I've got that right. Welcome, ladies.
Hello. So I'm Jessica.
And I'm Nicola.
And we are Lido Ladies London.
Yes, we are.
Amazing. Tell the folks at Crystal Palace what it is you do.
So we met in the park a few years ago, dog walking, and we discovered very soon on that we share a love of swimming, but in particular outdoor swimming, and preferably in a Lido.
So we are the Lido Ladies London, and we swim regularly. Well, every day really when we can.
Every single day, preferably early in the morning at about 7. And we want to share our love of outdoor swimming and encourage women in particular to embrace their curves, put on a swimming costume and some red lipstick and a flowery hat and jump in a Lido.
And we are women of a certain age. We are not shy about being visible.
No, absolutely not. We've taken to the water like two ducks, and we are loving our swims. And we suffered a great deal during the last lockdown. And so as a form of keeping ourselves sane and amused, we invented the Lido Ladies. And we invented a little fantasy Lido world where we embrace the glamour of the bygone Lido with flowery hats and retro swimming costumes. And we developed an Instagram site, didn't we, Nicola?
We did indeed. And now, for Christmas, we have done a calendar in support of Mind with some of our mad Instagram photographs.
Yes, and we'd like to promote our calendar today if we can. We're asking for a polite donation of £10, and for that you can adorn your downstairs loo, your kitchen, your office, or wherever else you see fit with our hysterical photographs month by month, which we did with a great deal of fun, determination and passion.
And it's also on sale for those of you who are local to South East London at Romeo Jones at 80 Dulwich Village, and also on Romeo Jones's website. And we would love to be able to give a lovely donation to Mind. I think that they're a particularly important charity at the moment, given where many people have found themselves going through COVID and lockdown.
And we'd also love to see as many of you lovely listeners as possible join us for a swim in a Lido.
And Rin, any questions for us?
Yeah, you covered everything there, the whole shebang. So I'm Northern Irish, and I didn't know what a Lido was until we came to England and lived in London for 3 years. So for folks who maybe don't know what that word is or what it means, do you want to give us a bit of history about Lidos?
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, there's a lot of debate on is it Lido or is it Lido? We say Lido.
Yes, but I think the French like Lido.
Well, it was Italian, and it is Italian for beach.
And it is a bit like visiting a beach. And as none of us have been able to travel this year, visiting a Lido is a form of escaping the very dreary reality of our life at the moment. I mean, we went to Hillingdon during the last lockdown, and it's up in not a very glamorous part of London, and you walk through the doors and there's this amazing big fountain, and then to the right hand side the open air showers have a backdrop of eau de Nil tiles, which was a very glamorous colour in the 1920s and 30s. And it transports you to Miami for a moment, doesn't it, Nicola?
It does. So I think we love the swimming, we love the retro. And these dear Lidos, the ones that have actually made it into the 21st century, are well worth a visit. There were over 130 of them built in this country during the 1930s, and sadly many of them have gone for one reason or another. I think they became less fashionable, they couldn't pay their way. And so while a number have been restored, clearly many have been turned into a building site, and something has been permanently built over the top of them.
Well, I think with the affordable and easy travel that we all enjoyed up until this year, it was better to go to the Costa del Sol than to visit your local Lido. But I think life is changing, and we've all learned a lot from this COVID experience, and hopefully the Lidos will have a resurgence, because it's a wonderful place to go for the day. The architecture's great, the people around them are very, very passionate, and swimming is a great form of exercise for people of all ages.
And to be fair, while the day tickets to the Lidos are perhaps a thing of the past at the moment, you can book your swim, you can still have a lovely day out, and I mean, we have a glorious time for the hour that we're in these places.
Absolutely, and swimming in a swimming pool with the chlorine is completely COVID safe, and the staff have made it such a wonderful experience. And people around the Lido are so uplifting, and there's so many wonderful stories that surround them.
And we're not obviously scientists, but we do, hashtag chlorine kills everything. Pretty much.
It certainly kills my skin condition. And several of my swimming costumes.
Yeah, if it rots the swimming costume, it's got to be safe. Yeah.
There must be the one question that pops into my mind, and I'm sure you get asked this a lot. Isn't it cold? Isn't it cold being an outside swimming pool?
Well, it depends. So there are unheated Lidos. So our very local Lido, Brockwell Lido, and just down the road from there, Tooting back, they are unheated pools. But I have to say, they are still very well patronised during the winter by people who are clearly a lot braver than we are. So we tend to head to Charlton Lido in particular, because that is heated. They heat it all year round to 23 degrees. And there are a lot of heated Lidos around the UK. And I think it kind of comes down to sort of the swim that you want. We swim a distance. Jessica swims a mile. I swim 2K. And we need to be in the water really for about 40 to 45 minutes to do that. So for us, it's not quite so much sort of the getting super cold. And to be honest, once it goes below about 17 degrees, we kind of struggle to get that sort of swim in. So it's kind of horses for courses, and there's something for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the swimmers that continue at Brockwell and Tooting are now in a wetsuit. But that's a very different experience. We don't wear wetsuits.
Can't get flowers on the wetsuit.
No, you can't. You can't. And lipstick really doesn't go with the wetsuit. And no, it's not very glamorous. So we tend to prefer the heated Lido.
Oh yeah. So Lidos are open quite early in the morning, aren't they? Are they?
Yeah,
yes.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. And we will be there tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to open Charlton Lido.
For the first time. We haven't swum in a month, and my goodness, we're missing it.
Okay, so they did have to close down as much as everything else then.
Absolutely. They've been closed for exactly a month. Yeah. So we can't wait to get back in there, and we'll be making a big splash.
We have a comment from our floor. Our floor, Gaynell's with us. Hello, Gaynell. Saying, check out those bathing caps. Nice. Loving your style, Lido ladies.
No, more.
Are there other activities that happen in Lido, or is it just a swimming pool?
There are several groups of women. There's one particular group which we adore, called the Dive-In Bells at Tooting Lido, and they're synchronized swimmers, which is fabulous sport. It's an Olympic sport. Although what are they called now, Nicola? It's not synchronized swimmers, is
Artistic
it? Artistic swimmers. And it is actually very, very challenging. You do have to be extremely fit and coordinated and quite elasticated.
In fairness, obviously, a Lido is basically a pool, and of course, some people will denigrate it, saying it is actually just a hole in the ground. And I suppose that's all fair. Yeah, but it's a pool. Swimming, I guess, is really sort of what it's about.
Yeah, but there's water polo as well.
And adult and children's swimming lessons.
Yeah, and they do also have a lot of family time in the pools, where they put out floats and inflatables. So certainly during the summer months, that would be a lovely family activity. I think small children would suffer in the cold water, wouldn't they, Nicola?
That was why I like a heated Lido.
Well, I'm from Northern Ireland, so it was always wintry sea water.
Oh,
The best you ever got
bitter,
where I'm from.
bitter.
It's a
Did you
diving
ever
boards.
swim in the sea off island?
Sorry, what?
Did you ever swim in the sea off island?
Yes, that was it. That's all you had to do.
Yeah.
I lived in a seaside town, and we had diving boards on the beach for a while,
Oh,
and then they got rid of them. They had like a little raft that was out there as well. But
oh,
yeah,
that's
it was good
brave.
to see.
Yeah.
Well, you must be brave.
Well, I don't know. I think this Tooting Lido or Brockwell Park one, if they're unheated, seems pretty taking your life in your hands to me.
Chilly willy willy.
It certainly wakes you up, put it that way. We did swim. We swam in Brockwell and Tooting all through the summer. But clearly, now it is for the very, very brave-hearted.
And if anyone tunes into your station from North London, of course, there's always Parliament Hill Lido, which is a wonderful, fabulous 61-metre Lido with a stainless steel tank, and that is also unheated.
Yeah, as is London Fields. In fact, North London has a really good selection of heated Lidos. There's also Holborn, the Oasis, which is a gorgeous little pool. It's called the Jewel of the City. That was lovely, wasn't it? In fact, we went on a tour this summer and we tried to swim in as many Lidos as we could. And we even went up to Cambridge and swam in a wonderful Lido called Jesus Green, which is the longest Lido in the UK, isn't it, Nicola?
It's 100 yards long.
And you really feel it.
Where's the end?
In fact, one of the ladies in the lane next to me, she said, I'm never going to make it to the end.
So what is a normal pool, like 25 meters? Is that?
Yeah, so most indoor pools are 25 metres. There are some 50-metre pools. I mean, for example, the amazing London Aquatic Centre, which we would encourage anyone to check out. That is a phenomenal swimming experience. It's indoors, but it's 50 metres. It's obviously the Olympic pool. And it's like being in the belly of a whale architecturally. It's quite incredible.
Yeah,
Stunning.
Absolutely stunning.
But there's quite a lot of 50-metre Lidos around, and some of them were also built to a specification of 200 foot long by 90 foot wide. So that gives you the 61-metre pools that you see in Tooting Bec and also Parliament Hill. So they're 11 metres longer, a bit further to get to the end than 50-metre pool.
So
she lost me at 50 metres. I have no idea what you're talking about, Nicola. I just get in the pool and swim.
It got very technical there. I was very impressed with how technical that got very, very swiftly.
I just focus on survival.
Yeah.
Get to the end. Get to the end. Don't drown.
So maybe for reference, what's Crystal Palace pool? Is that a 50-meter one?
Oh, well, there are a couple of pools at Crystal Palace. So the main racing pool is 50 metres long, and then they have a teaching pool, which we fondly call the bucket because it's no deeper than a metre.
And it is in the belly of the leisure centre.
And that's 25 metres.
Yeah, but very, very tragically, literally the night before lockdown, the first lockdown, the main Olympic pool suffered a major crack and they had to do an emergency drain. And the pool is lying empty and neglected and is very, very sorely missed by a huge community that use the pool regularly, in particular the young diving team. There are several kids that practice there in the junior Olympic team, and they've now had to go to the aquatic centre to practice and work out with the daily diving team. But it's very tragic, and it was the heart of the Crystal Palace Leisure Centre, and we're just really, really hoping that they're able to raise enough funds to get that pool up and going again.
With everything crossed, because it was the most amazing winter experience.
It really was,
swimming.
And the staff there are fabulous. It's just an incredible facility to have right here on our doorstep. So we really miss it.
But in the meantime, we're in the bucket.
In the bucket,
for which we're grateful.
I didn't know the pool had stopped working up there. No one had told me.
Yeah,
And I was just thinking, I'm definitely not going to go to an outside pool, but I could start up at the leisure centre again. But no, I can't because it's all broken.
Well, you could try, Rin. You could try in the little 25-meter pool down in the basement. In fact, if you haven't swam for a while, I would highly recommend that, because it's a small pool. It's enclosed, so you feel. I mean, I feel like I'm swimming in a womb.
I've never done that.
It's just. I would say it would be a great place to start if you haven't swum for a while and you wanted to build up your confidence again.
And the other leisure centre that I think is lovely and also local, although I have to confess it's not one that we've been to, we walked to it, interestingly, during the first lockdown, is also managed by Better, who manage the Crystal Palace and Cholton facilities, but is in West Norwood. There's a very, very nice, quite modern leisure centre there in the complex, and that pool is well worth checking out.
Yeah.
Indoors, heated. People speak very highly of it.
That's good. I think I know where that is. Behind the train station, isn't it? Somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, very near the new cinema, isn't it? Yeah.
We've got another comment from the floor from Eleanor, who just says, "Whoa."
Is Eleanor a swimmer?
I don't know. Gaynell and Eleanor, are you swimmers? I don't know. I don't know that much about everyone who comes on to our chat box on our show. Unfortunately, I don't know.
Well, and if they're not swimmers, maybe
do you want to
taking it up?
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about your calendar? Who designed it? Did you do it all in house? Did you get somebody else to do it? What's the crackerjack there?
So we designed it ourselves. We have a selection of photographs here, which were taken we ought to accredit several people. So Joy Maxwell Davis, who's a friend of ours, took some of the pictures. My son, Zach Walker, and then another friend of ours, Izzy Prime, took some pictures. And then we're very, very fortunate to know Nikki Johnson, who's a famous fashion photographer, and he took the cover photograph for us, and a couple of other shots inside, which I shall try and locate and show you. But some of the shots took us a great deal of thought and preparation. For example, in January, these are all massive frozen bricks, which we tinted with food colouring. We bought the PVC containers from Poundland,
who have been great creative inspiration for us.
Absolutely, we've bought so many props from Poundland.
They are the Lido Lady Mecca.
Yeah, definitely our favourite shop.
The mothership.
So we built an entire wall out of these massive big ice cubes. So each shot was very carefully thought out and planned.
Like we spent so much time focusing on the icebergs, I left my swimsuit behind while not wearing anything.
And we followed a lot of the government health lines. So when Boris Johnson told us that we were all getting fat and needed gastric bands, we bought elastic from Poundland.
And we did elastic bands, not gastric bands.
Yes, elastic, not gastric, Boris. We also set ourselves targets, a budget for each shot of £5, which I think we managed to achieve, didn't we?
No, we definitely didn't.
No, we blew our budget. Yeah, we blew the budget. Okay, as I say, definitely finance and technical here, and just
obviously didn't have a very good grip on the finances. So did I?
So I mean, we had so much fun.
She fried the eggs. She fried the eggs herself, didn't
I fried those eggs.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. And then there's some little text. You see, we created this calendar because we thought.
Excuse me. That's my stomach. I haven't eaten today.
We thought it was very important, actually, that people take pleasure in some of the small things, and so a lot of the text that we've got here, it is really sort of about the small things. It's about observing sort of the change of the seasons, the flowers, being kind, eating stew.
Yeah, because we couldn't do a lot during lockdown. It was just appreciating very simple, small things, like the autumn sun.
Absolutely. And we've created our own little Lido Ladies postage stamp. I'm sure the Royal Mail won't actually recognise it as,
Yeah, but that was quite clever, because that was this hat before I added the extra flowers.
Absolutely. Do we like it with or without? Lovely listeners. Too many flowers, not enough flowers.
I think you've got just the right amount of flowers. You're all good. I've just where can the folks get this calendar if they want to buy one?
So they can buy it from the lovely Patrick Belton, who has Romeo Jones, the lovely, lovely deli in Dulwich Village at 80 Dulwich Village, and also from his website at www.romeojones.co.uk. And people can also DM us on Instagram. So you can either buy the calendar from Romeo Jones for £10, or you can DM us on Instagram at Lido Ladies London, and we will send you one and trust you to make a lovely donation. And then we're collecting all the money, and we will send it off to Mind.
Amazing.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! That's us enjoying Christmas.
And guess what we've given each other for Christmas?
Swimming caps. Amazing. I've got some more comments for you from the floor. Gaynell says she's not a swimmer, but because she just sank the last time she tried.
Oh dear.
She says, I know of London Fields Lido though, and went there many, many years ago as a child when she lived in Hackney. Nick Westaby has joined us saying, not a lady or a swimmer, but this chat is giving me life.
Oh, we love you. Oh, that's why we're here.
Yes, one of the aims of our Instagram account is to brighten people's day with our bonkersness and eccentricity.
Yeah, because many of us are suffering, especially with this second lockdown. So if we can make somebody smile and feel a bit better about things, job done.
Well, on that happy note, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, ladies. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. I don't think we'll
thank you so much.
Thank you, Rin.
Take care and Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye, lovely listeners.
I'm just going to run through some of the notifications that we have for you over here at the library. We have Santa and his reindeers appearing here at the library. I think it's on Saturday, Sunday this week, and then every weekend in December. That's right, live reindeers will be in our car park. The whole place is getting done up with that Daniel Stockton spirit of just awesomeness. There are still tickets available for socially distanced Santa and Santa on Zoom, but I do not think that we have many tickets left for the reindeer, and if we do, they're probably on the 21st of December, because that was the last day that went on. But there will be no more dates added, so if you want to come and see reindeer, you're going to have to get in very, very quickly. It's all over there on our website, uppernorwoodlibraryhub.org. The link for that is in the description. I think I've also put it in the chat somewhere. I'm pretty sure I have. And then we are back tomorrow with some more fun capers. Some more fun capers for you. I think we have Social Style Pro Instagram social media gurus on with us tomorrow. And that's with me and Eleanor. I'm not entirely sure who's going to be hosting that just yet, but it's probably going to be me. Probably me. Anyway, thank you very much, ladies, for joining us. It's been lovely to see you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rin. Take care. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, ladies. And
bye.
We'll see you all again tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Thank you. Bye.